So I want to talk about Game 4, Knicks. It was exciting. I never seen this game. This is one of a kind. To me, this was the second best Knicks game I've ever seen. Though I'm a new Knicks fan, I've been watching Knicks since basically '95. The best game to me was the Pacers game. That 98 semis against the Pacers, LJ's 4 points game. He made a 3-pointer with a foul. Then, Chris Childs grabbed him because it was a tight game, right? So when he scored three, the game tied. So it was a huge jubilation, but Chris Childs hold him back and told him that, hey, listen, you have to do you have to make the foul throws, okay? You have to make the bucket, okay? Only then we can win the game. To me, that was the best game, best Knicks game I've ever seen. Hustle play, 90s, rough and tough. The basketball was different back then. It was different back then. Ewing, LJ, Houston, Camby. It was great. It was great. But yesterday's game, it was a joy. Okay, that is the kind of Knicks we all Knicks fan. I myself, I'm bleed with Knicks. I'll tell you why Knicks or why basketball. You see, I'm a big fan of basketball, baseball, big time football. I'm a sports guy. Okay, I'm not born here. Okay, I'm from India. I used to play different sports like cricket. Cricket was my favorite game. Soccer was good. I used to play tennis, table tennis. It's a soccer mind. So what, among all those being diehard, I'm in the city, in entire New York City, the basketball or Knicks, not Nets, Knicks. They're the vibes of the city because it's physical. Okay. So it's a super physical in nature, and there is a lot of creativity. Okay. We can see the hustle, okay? There is not much of labor, compact in 3 hours in any other game. Yeah, football is right, but football, they have too many shuffles, right? In basketball, these fucking five guys of Knicks, they play solid 40 plus minutes. No other NBA team has this kind of front five with that kind of talent, and because their bench has nothing, okay, other than Deuce. This team also, I think, close to similar to Detroit Pistons that won. I think it's in 2023. John Sabilla. It was a great. They didn't have any superstar. They are all middle class. Mid-level, high skill ball player. They made it happen. So I think Knicks game is, we shouldn't get too high because there's too many variables. There are too many variables in the Knicks game, Knicks team, other than JB. Cat, he's not reliable. Period. Right? You cannot rely on him. Like, I love him. He can kill the game. If he's on fire, nobody can beat him. But you cannot trust him. Right? In that way that in a very high level. You can trust LeBron. Okay, you can trust Tatum. You can trust Curry. Not him. Right? He's a great player. He's a softie. he's not really typical Nick type player like Josh Hart, JB. But anyway, let's get back to yesterday's game. It was a joy. It was a joy. To me, it was the second best Knicks game I've ever seen. Like in hustle play was like the 90s. The offense was clicking because offense was the most important thing. They have to play the defense, but but let me tell you this: Deuce is very important part of this Knicks game. Okay, if Deuce plays well, Knicks will win the game. Okay, period. Because they need some extra points from the bench, right? So Deuce kinds of like gives a lot of energy. Okay, I'm a big time Deuce fan. Okay, he's a bench player, right? We know, but Deuce is I love Deuce. He brings a lot of energy. If his buckets are dropping, then Garden, the whole team rises to the occasion. I love him, but it's not like don't try to. I'm not trying to lovey with him. He's big. He's good. He's good. I mean, he's just a little tiny piece, but that piece is very important. Like Bridges. Okay, I was very disappointed with Bridges for the last time, but he's showing who he is. Because this team, to be honest with you, with these 5 guys, regular season means nothing because rest of the fucking shit is league is nothing. Only few teams. It's not like in the 90s NBA league. It's only few teams play. It's not a sexy league anymore. But anyway, yesterday's game was sexy. It was very, very sexy. I was on my toe. The thing is that, I follow some, what do you call that, ritual. Like millions of Knicks fans. Everybody has their ritual. Okay, we like to share each other's ritual maybe. Sometimes that is fun. I love what other fans think, but I was standing all the way, I was standing all the way. I do certain things, like the players, like other fans, stuff like that. But yeah, I was listening to Mike Francesa. He's one of my favorite. He was telling the same thing. I mean, obviously he's the guru. What do I know? I'm a big fan. That's all. The offense. Because offense needed to click, right? Defense will come. Oh man, Robinson, bro, love him to death, absolutely love him to death. OG, he's my favorite Nick. It's a beauty. It's a thing of beauty to watch defense. I'm a defense guy. Nothing is but you know what? You need some offense too. So I think Knicks showed enough offense yesterday, which they are capable of, right? So I think the cat need to be a little bit more. I mean, I think his willpower, all these big players, they go by their willpower. What the fuck do we know? They're the greatest. We learn from them. We just appreciate them. We try to learn as much as we can. Okay, but as an observer, I think he needs a little bit more aggression. Okay, sometimes I feel bad that he fucking gets nailed down in the bucket by the opposition. Like I said, what the fuck? This dude is huge. He should fucking slam the shit out of these guys. Get the fuck out of here. You should have slammed the shit out of these guys. Why can't you do it? OG showed them. OG in game 2, he fucking slammed the shit out of that Green. Who give a shit that was a foul? He gave him a message. Bang! On your face, on the nose. Get the fuck out of here. You don't need to hurt them, but you have to give them a message. So I think Cat lacks that. I love him. Listen, he can kill a game, man. He's a killer. But you don't know when he will rise up. With the JB, you know that it will come out, even though in his bad day. Like, look, in the game three, it was a bad JB's game. Like, he didn't do so well, right? There are so many games, a few games against Detroit. He didn't do well. He was doing, but I know that, they're warming up. This playoff, Nick, is different. It's totally different. I knew that we'll see a different Knicks team in the playoff. I was very upset. I was very disappointed the way they played during the regular season. I wanted to see the whole team gels, like, because for me, it was heart-rendering to lose Hartenstein. I love that guy. Okay, Knicks. He's a Knicks type player. Like, they needed him. But anyway, I don't understand that part. Well, how they do the management and stuff. But I'm a fan. I just love few players. I love to see them all the time in my team. Blue color team. Like this Knicks team is a blue color team. It's not a white color team. Okay, LA. Let's go. God bless them. White color. Golden State. White color. Okay. The Boston, white color. We the Knicks, no, we are pure blue color. We are always blue color. In '94, in the '90s, Ewing, Camby, like the whole team, LJ, Houston, that was a blue color team. Like, MJ was a white color. Okay, Shaq, Kobe, they were white color. Okay, Knicks, as far as my experience in the last 30 years, okay, Knicks is a blue color team, and they really displayed their blue colorness yesterday. That what is like the hard working hard labor that represents New York. New Yorkers are hard labor. It's hard to survive in this city. It's a loving city. It's the greatest city in the world, right? But it's hard, right? So people want to see the hardness, right? It's hard blue collar labor. Okay, New York is a blue collar town. It's not a white collar town. A lot of rich people live there, but it's a blue collar town, bro. It's a blue collar town. That's why I love it. That's why I love Knicks. I love Met. We're all blue color. That's our color is blue. Thank you.